We were running through the fields, you had flowers in your hand.
So recently one of my followers asked me, is van life sustainable long term? And I just thought I'd give a bit of input on that from my perspective. And, you know, I believe that everybody has a different life experience, so someone else might experience it completely different to me. But I set out on this journey with the plan of doing it long term because I knew I already loved the lifestyle. I'd done it before for a couple of months in Canada, and it was something that had been calling out to me for a long time. So I set my van up with the intention of it being a home. So Gypsy is my home as well as my mode of transport. I set up 240 power because I wanted to be able to have creature comforts like, you know, just being able to boil my kettle first thing in the morning, make my own breakfast. And I work on the road as well, so I needed that to charge all my batteries and things, my laptops and stuff. So I have definitely curated this life to be what I want it to be, and I'm a big believer that anything in life is what you make it to be. So I try and look at everything as a positive where possible. Don't get me wrong, living van life, there are certainly issues. It can get lonely. You might have mechanical issues. Winter's not much fun. So there's a few different things there, but I don't know, for me, the trade-off is always worth it. And any issues I've come across, I've learnt so much, like so much. And for me, learning in life is such a huge thing. Like that provides me so much personal growth. So I look at everything as an opportunity to learn. And don't get me wrong, there's been moments of complete frustration and tears. But when I'm living a life where I get to just stay in beautiful places like this, and it's just worth it. Every moment is worth it. It's the most freedom I've ever experienced in my life. But because I work full time, I can afford to travel all the time. So I'm always traveling. I don't like to sit still for more than a few weeks at a time. I do need to be grounded sometimes. It can get exhausting being on the road a lot. But after I've been sitting still for a few weeks, I get the itch, like I need to see something new. So then I'll just move again. And I don't really have a set plan. I try to follow the sun where possible. I'm up in far north Queensland at the moment in Cape Tribulation, which is this lookout's just the most spectacular view. And I've got it all to myself with the exception of a couple of road workers. So for me, it is everything I'd hoped it would be. I have been doing it for almost 3 years. I can't see myself moving into a home anytime soon. I presume at some stage I may have to, and at some point I will think long term what I want to do, but in my heart, travel is where it's at. I just need to be constantly on the move. That's where I find my most joy, is out in nature and travelling.
Chasing phantoms, baby, you would hold them still and I grab on. Yeah, well, if you're scared of the dark, let the rundown streetlights be your stars. And then picture swings in the park, and I'll swing with you. Sing it with me. Sing it with me. And we'll go howling at the moon. It's no use living if you're already.
But as I said, nothing in life is ever perfect. And so when winter arrives, if I am somewhere where it's going to be cold and I can't go north to follow the sun, I will do a house sit. But I have to admit that in doing that, after like a few weeks, I am feeling it's like a prison sentence after a while. I just crave being in the outdoors. So I really do try to follow the sun where possible, which leads me to amazing places like this. Like if there wasn't winter down south, then I may not have headed up north. And I'm sitting here in a creek There's butterflies around me, the leaves are falling. People are screaming in a car just going past. They're having fun. They're driving their car through the water with a GoPro sitting out the sunroof. But yes, it's everything in life. I think the challenges we face lead to something potentially better. That's the way I like to look at life. So it's worked for me so far, and look where I am.
It's no use living
Just
if you're
magic.
already there. It's not worth saying if it's already said. Even if it all goes over your head, believe it if you want to. So keep your eyes on the road and your head in the stars.
So some of my friends say that they feel like I'm constantly on holiday or in early retirement, which I admit it does feel like that a lot of the time. But I do work 5 days a week, so I am still contributing to society. And obviously I do YouTube and I create artwork, which is available on my website, by the way, link in bio. Yeah, so I'm a constant go-getter. I'm always doing things, and I think that's kind of why I wanted to do YouTube as well, because I still want to be doing something like that for as long as I can. I don't ever want to just be still, because I'm one of those people that just wants to get out and experience life. So in regards to doing this long term and retirement and old age, it's just not something I'm really thinking that much about at the moment. I think that potentially in old age I will have a property in the country somewhere. But you know, I've met women in their 60s and 70s living this lifestyle. So I think I'm a big believer in you're only as old as you feel. So as long as you're active and you're living life, I don't know if age is a boundary. I'm not sure. I may get very tired from being on the road for so long. I don't know. It can get tiring if you're constantly traveling all the time. But yeah, I just want to do all this while my body is still able. Like, I am a physically active person. I like to hike and snorkel, but I just want to. Obviously, our bodies do start to fail us at a certain age, and so I don't want to work up to a point where my body is failing me, and then I can't go out and live this amazing life that I live. Yeah, so that's why I curated my life to be the way it is. Like I set the intention out there that I wanted a remote job and I want to be able to work on the road. And, you know, really the aim of this channel is to try and show people like how amazing nature is and the benefits it has for you, your mental state, your physical state, your well-being. There's so many benefits of nature, and I am a conservationist at heart, and so if people can fall in love with nature more, it might in turn make them want to protect it more. So that's kind of the aim of the channel. It seems in society that we are encouraged to be indoors a lot. We've got our houses, we've got office buildings, we've got shopping centres. I'm not sure why we've gone that way as a society, because I think that's a big contributing factor towards poor mental health and anxiety and just being so disconnected from our surroundings. When you're out in nature, you feel so much more connected, that you feel like there's so much to life. So in a nutshell, yes, I think it's definitely sustainable long term. How long term, I don't know. I've been going for almost 3 years, so I have had no issues, no thoughts of moving back into a house, and I still don't. I am getting pretty homesick at the moment, I have to admit. I have an adult daughter at home. She's 23. I haven't left a 3-year-old at home. So yeah, I'm missing her a lot. She's my bestie. So, and you know, my nieces and nephews are growing up, and my best friend's just had a child, another one on the way. So I am keen to get home to WA to see everyone. So yeah, it can get a little bit lonely on the road sometimes, but yeah, you know, everything has a trade-off. But yes, yeah, I think it's sustainable long term, and who knows, I could be in a house next year. I doubt it though.
Follow it down the rabbit hole just a little while longer. You can change anything if you want to. Sing it like ooh, if you want to. Sing it like ooh.
Thanks so much for watching that video. If you haven't met me before, my name is Christy. I live, work and travel Australia in my van Gypsy. I am an artist and my artwork is available as prints or on t-shirts and bags on my website. The link is in my bio.